I have descended to hell. Um, the void is claiming me. It's Kirby. Oh no, he's eating Batman. Fuck. What?
No, I don't die. I thought I was dying before. Oh my god! Oh my god! Bro! Bro! Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit!
Fallen for one of your flock.
Way to ruin the mood, you damn peddler. Well done. You walked into a cutscene. The peddler walked into a cutscene.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now you know what? Yeah, they've made it better. They made it easier. All right, get this game. Get this game. Get this game. They yeah, that felt much easier. I mean, it was again still but tough but fair. That yes. Let's go. Yeah. Hi. It's been a minute, right? The quality of the camera probably looks absolutely awful. Actually, that's not even. Not only does it look absolutely awful, but I kind of look like I'm lagging. Oh dear. Oh well. I'm debating on removing the camera anyway for now, so we'll see how we go. I guess we'll just have to do. Yeah, I've been gone for almost 2 weeks. Actually, I think right. Yeah, I think so. Um, yeah, I didn't stream Tuesday, so yeah, I'm back, sort of. Consider this, I guess, a test session. We are going to continue Digimon World. I'm sorry I've been away. In case you didn't see, I've took some time off for health reasons, and I am better than what I was, but I'm still kind of managing the situation. Um, so yeah, we'll see how we go. This is a test stream. I haven't been well, and I haven't really been able to do too much about it apart from just kind of rest and take some precautions and things like that. So it's not like life threatening, but it is. But it was a problem where I literally couldn't really stream. Um, yeah. Uh, I don't really know what to really say in regards to what's wrong with me ish. Well, wrong with me. All I can say is that something changed, and my eyes started to have visual problems much more than usual, and I was getting a lot of migraines, and it just sort of seemed like I couldn't look at screens of any kind. I couldn't look at a TV for very long. I couldn't look at a computer for very long. Not that you're really supposed to anyway, but let's be honest. As gamers, especially if you've got time, if you're like a hardcore gamer, you've got lots of time. I don't have as much time as I did when I was younger to play games, but even if you're around technology, or even if you like work from home or your work requires the use of a computer, you might be working 8 hours a day on a screen at work, right? You get like a lunch break or whatever, right? But yeah, anyway, so I've been having some issues with my eyes, which I think I briefly mentioned in the last stream, and I couldn't really get help for it. It was just kind of my dad sort of tried to help me. He sort of he said, hey, try try different types of shades and glasses, which I haven't experimented too much with. He let me borrow his, and it helped a little bit, but yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. Could be years of gaming, years of looking at screens. I'm not really sure, but it was a problem. So I was like, well, I'm not streaming. I'm just going to try and take as much break off of everything. Like, no TV, no phone. Like, try and keep it to a minimum, which I found to be quite difficult because of my current situation. My current situation makes it difficult for me to do anything because I'm a carer, right? So I have to look after my mum. Um, but a lot of that, without going to too much into my personal life, a lot of that is kind of just being moral support, which doesn't, I know it doesn't really sound like caring, but again, without going into it, let's just let's just say that's kind of my role, and so I can't like go off and do something and leave my mom on my own. You know, I have to be with, I have to be around her. Um, you know, it's been weird. Hello, Footless. I see you there. I'll read your comment in a second. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how we go. I feel like my time away from computer screens, TVs, you know, playing video games, keeping things like that minimal, phone minimal. I mean, I even started reading, and I don't read, but I was just trying to find a way to look after my mum while also occupying myself when I don't need to watch her like a hawk 24/7, right? Because it's not, you know, because again, without getting too into that, my personal life, I don't want to talk about that. It's already, you know, it's not a great situation, so I'm not going to get into that. Those of you who know, I'm not getting into that. And I didn't want to, I don't want to bring that into my streaming, right? But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that's why I've been away. I've been away for 2 weeks. Some of you may or may not have known that I did upload some of the archives for the Digimon World stream, the full archives. Hopefully, if I can get some normality back, maybe I'll try like some highlights. I'm thinking of maybe doing like once I finish Digimon completely. I'm thinking I might just do like a compilation of all my streams. Don't mean like the entire stream obviously because that'd be like several hours long. But I mean highlights from, I don't know. I'll see. I'll figure it out. But for now, I'm just going to slowly archive the Digimon World stream. So if you missed it, Streambusters UK, youtube.com/Streambusters UK. That's where I throw all of my streams. So I dump them there. They're usually unedited. So, you know, if you want to watch a 2 hour to 3 hour stream, there you go. But yeah, so I've been having eye problems, and that's been making me sick. That's been making me ill. Migraines, dizziness, sickness, some stomach problems. I don't want to gross anyone out. Stomach problems and lots of other things. And my GP, sorry to say, didn't really help me. He's kind of useless. He thought I had some sort of strange virus. Didn't really say anything about my eyes. At one point, he thought I was having a stroke. I think if I mentioned it before, in the previous stream. Yeah, it was all a mess. I didn't have a stroke. Thank God. I mean, I suppose it's possible because at the moment my life is a bit stressful at times. But no, I didn't have a stroke. I haven't been back to the optician since I last went about my migraines. I haven't had a migraine for about over a week now. I would say I've been having headaches, but not migraines. Like I said, I feel like I've managed it to the point where my eyes don't feel as bad, but I still have some issues. Um, Here's one quick example. I don't want to keep rambling. Sorry, I want to get on with the stream, so I won't keep rambling. I uh, I can't walk across the traffic lights and look at the lights to see if it's green. Why? Because it hurts my eyes. I never had that issue before. This suddenly popped up about 4 weeks ago. All of a sudden, like street lights seem extra bright to me, and they irritate my eyes. Car lights seem extra bright to me, and you know, they irritate my eyes. One time, I went for a run, and I don't think it was specifically the car, but I went for a run to sort of clear my head, get some exercise, and try and clear my eyes. But what I didn't realize, and this is how I found out, I didn't realize is that when I was running, I was running along a path where it is a fairly busy road and there were some cars, and it wasn't dark, but I guess people were thinking, well, it's going to get dark, so they started putting their lights on, and that's when I realized that car lights now irritate my eyes. And when I was running, my eyes started getting really, really, really blurry. And when it gets really, really, really blurry, it means I'm getting a migraine. So the car light did that to me. I don't know, but that's what it seems to be with me now. However, car lights haven't done that since, thank God. So yeah, I'm just managing it. I'm taking lots of breaks. I'm not spending nowhere near as time on my phone. I would admit I've probably been spending a little bit more time playing some games. Um, Bayonetta 3 came out. I've been playing that. Love it so far. Um, but at the moment, I'm managing it. So I thought maybe it would be okay to start streaming again. So that's it. Yeah, I've been very unwell. Eye problems could be permanently ongoing eye problems. I can't really get the help. Like I say, I just have to maybe try some shades and see if they help. I don't know. Something's different, but according to the optician, my eyes are fine. So, but we all know our bodies, right? We know when we feel something is wrong. We know. Doesn't matter what a doctor says. If we don't feel right, we know something can't be right unless it's in our head. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start rambling. I'm gonna carry on. I don't know what the fuck we were doing last time. Let me quickly read Footloose's comment. He's probably been pretty patient there, so I apologize for that. Let me put the audio on so you can hear that. It's just the Digimon World stuff. Yeah, I don't remember what we were doing, so I'll speak to Angemon and see what we can do recruitment wise. And kind of just go from there. Why is that there? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, sorry about that. Bad habit of rambling, and I just want to get to the point. It's probably why I haven't done very well on any of these platforms, because I don't get to the trying to get to the point. I blame my autism. That's what I say. Hello, Jay. Hello. I hope you're feeling better, mate. Have to say I've missed your streams. Oh, I appreciate it, Footloose. You are probably the only one who really does. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there are other people that do like video game stupid and such. Um, but can't always be here because of time zones and because busy and stuff. I appreciate it, but you're definitely one of the longest people who have stuck with me wherever it be our videos or our streams, and I really appreciate it, dude. I really do. I just want to have fun and not have eye problems and not feel sick, and I just want to share passionate games. And honestly, these last 2 weeks have made me realize even more that I just want to talk about games. I need to hurry up and sort out like a podcast show where I can just talk about games and news and rant about shit and just have fun conversations and that, because I really want to do that. I just, if anything can go up against me playing games, it's me talking about games. I can... Anyway, let me speak to Angemon. Yeah, so I guess I never spoke to him. He tells you what to do. If you don't know what to do, he'll tell you. If you've done everything, then, well, he'll just say, well done, basically. So, I mean, he said he records what Digimon says, but Digimon doesn't really tell you. Anyway, so let's speak to him. Taking the Digimon, alright, yeah, okay. We've got to do Frigimon. We can't do that right now, that's fine. In Friesland, there are many Digimon who will come with you. Go to the west. Who am I missing in Friesland? Oh, is it Garurumon? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. My mum invited me over last weekend to watch Sonic 2. Very fun movie. Oh, did you see it in the cinema, Footloose, or did you like see it on like DVD or Blu-ray or something? So yeah, Sonic 2 is it's good. It's I think it's a big improvement from the first game. Yeah, so okay, we need to fight Garurumon. I think we tried to fight him and he wasn't there because I fucked up. So, let's see. Fuck Monochromon shop. I feel like again I'm gonna save that for when I'm just wasting time. So okay, all right. I know. Before I speak to Digimon, did I fight Ninjamon? Yeah, I did. I think I did. I know if I speak to Digimon, I'm pretty sure Airdramon will show up and we could fight him and then Mount Infinity, which I'm gonna try and do Mount Infinity last, right? Because it kind of is the last area, so I'm gonna try and do that last if I can. We do have Factorial Town to do, which, saying that, I'm gonna try something because I could be wrong. I forget. Do they change when it's the sun? I think so. Maybe. Let's have a look. We could do that if I can make it in time, but I don't know if I can. I probably won't be able to. I'll try. Ugh. We've also got the Mamimon and Metal Mamimon to fight as well. Oh yeah, no, I think we're going to make it. So, if I'm correct, when the dial goes on to Sun, I should be able to get into the factory. This might be perfect timing. So it shouldn't be yet. If I'm correct, I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember. I get that mixed up sometimes. Not yet. Okay. So we're just gonna sit here and wait. We're just gonna sit here and wait. Alright, Tails was my favorite in the movie. Yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed everyone. I love Knuckles. Like, I think Knuckles' characterization, I think they kind of nailed it, really. Yeah, it was good to just see Knuckles, right? And Knuckles kind of just be kind of OP, like, just giving Sonic such a hard time, you know? But yeah, Tails was fun, and there was some great references and such, like his Sonic Colors panel, things like that. Is that it? It might be after this. Is that it? Let's see. No. I could be wrong. It might be after this. It might be after this. I wasn't sure if that was going to be it. So it might be after that. I could be completely wrong anyway. Yeah, both of them were great. And of course, you know, Supersonic, you know. I think they did Supersonic pretty, you know, justice. Of course, we didn't see much of it because Supersonic's kind of OP and shit, right? But I do appreciate the power scale where it's just looking at Eggman with the most, like, I'm pissed off face. You tried to kill me and my family. And then, you know, Eggman trying to sucker punch him and Sonic's just like, talk to the hand. Bitch, please. That was good. Then he just literally popped the head off his head, and then Jim Carrey disappeared forever. And he may or may not be back in Sonic Movie 3, who knows? The movie could have done less of the wedding stuff, though. That, honestly, Footloose, that's most people's complaints. I agree. Do you want to know why potentially that the wedding scene took so long? Was because the actors, apparently, they asked the directors to get more screen time, because even though, and some people might find that selfish, but I more feel it's like, well, they're actors. I get it. They want more work, right? Because they're not. This isn't their story. This is Sonic's story. The problem is that there was so much of Tom, right? I think it's his name. There's so much of Tom and Sonic in the first one, which is straight up just another road trip, and all this and that, and you know, and people were like, we want more Sonic and Co. We want more of Sonic. This is a Sonic movie, not Sonic and the Humans. And we did get that. We definitely got more Sonic. We got Tails, we got Knuckles, and it was great. And then the wedding scene was just kind of like the break, like kind of like the pace breaker. It's just kind of like, hey, here you go, you know. Here you go. Here's the humans. And yeah, it did go on for a bit long, but they pretty much were like, from what I heard anyway, that they wanted a bit more screen time. And I get it, they're actors. They had less screen time because fans wanted less of them because it's not about them. But I get it. They're actors. They want to get paid. They want work, right? So that's probably why it was going on for so long. And ironically, most people, I mean, to be fair, I will say the wedding scene was alright. It was funny, right? Like the whole everyone's just gone, right? The setup for Sonic Adventure 2, which is basic. Let's be honest, that's what Sonic Movie 3 is going to be. Because I can probably say this right now, in case there's an off chance that someone's watching this sometime down the road, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I've got Sonic Movie 3 spoilers in a random Digimon World Let's Play." Spoilers, Shadow. So yeah, and I won't go into it too much because I've already done so in my spoilers discussion on Streambusters. Did I upload it to Streambusters? I think I did. Or did I upload it to Gamebusters? I forget, one of the two. I think it was Streambusters. So yeah, if anyone the off chance they haven't seen it, you can see my non-spoilers, spoilers, and my predictions for Sonic Movie 3, and where I think it's going to go. But long story short, I basically said it's going to be Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog. And then apparently I found out that one of the producers or something, or one of the directors, apparently it said that, kind of confirmed that it's going to be a mix of Adventure 2 and Shadow. Do I think we're going to get Black Arms? No. And I really hope we don't get Black Arms. But I think because Shadow the Hedgehog, as much as people don't like Shadow the Hedgehog, there is some somewhat interesting story developments. And I don't mean the Black Arm shit, but I feel like Gun is going to be gunning for Shadow like the Gun Commander was in Shadow the Hedgehog. I think we're potentially going to get a flashback of, the Gun Commander as a kid maybe being like, "It's Shadow, that creature that Gerald made. He killed Maria." I think that's going to happen. You might think it's a little bit dark, because it's going to be like, he's really just going to grab a gun. And no, I don't think Shadow's going to have guns. He might have a motorcycle, but I don't think he's going to have guns. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. But I do think there's going to be that correlation. I think the Gun Commander, which I think the Gun Commander is the guy who runs Gun in the movie, right? Is he called Commander? I forget his name, but I'm assuming that's supposed to be him. I'm gonna assume, because I'm pretty sure he runs the place. So for all intents and purposes, we'll say that's the Gun Commander. He's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, Shadow, I'm gonna get my revenge." So that's gonna happen. There's gonna be elements in it. It's gonna be a mixture of Adventure 2 and Shadow. Hopefully they take the good parts, because yes, there are good parts in Shadow in my opinion, and leave out the bad parts, which is mostly just the Black Arm shit, right? Don't put that in there. No, don't bother with that, alright? Give us Super Sonic and Super Shadow versus the Biohazard or Biolizard or whatever, or Perfect Chaos, I don't know. Imagine. We saw how good Super Sonic looks. Super Sonic and Super Shadow fighting in space? Bro. We aren't ready. We aren't ready for that on the big screen. That's all I'm going to say. We aren't ready. We aren't ready. It's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be, like, Sonic Movie 3 is going to be, it's going to sell way better than Movie 2. Let's go! Oh, this is perfect timing. I didn't even plan this. Look at that. We can go into the factory and take on Chainsaw Massacre-mon. That's what I'm calling him. Or Evil Pac-Man, as I used to call him. Evil Pac, it's Toc-Man. Yes, that's who it is. Speaking of Pac-Man World and, the repack, it's Toc-Man. Yeah. So this is the place where you go to basically learn most of the machine stuff. And poop stuff, to be fair. Oh my god, chips everywhere. Chips galore. chips galore. There we go. Oh god. Yeah, I can't remember if it's in the PAL version, but in the American version, when you recruit him and you talk to him, it like breaks the game. It freezes the game. It's like a weird bug. Yeah. So I don't want to go in there just yet. Of course he needs a poo. That doesn't matter. I do want to go in here, don't I? Well, there's enemies in here, isn't there? Right? Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to pick this stuff up. Autopilot. Well, I'm not coming back. Not yet. All the chips. Here we go. Hey, Giramons. Alright, I suppose. Poor Knuckles, when Eggman betrayed him and Knuckles said, I trusted you. Which I think is great, because that's basically what happens in Sonic 3, right? And in Sonic Adventure, you know? Like, Knuckles, it was all about trust, right? And, yeah, you know, like, but that's what makes him gullible, right? That's what makes him gullible. You know? Eggman is like that. That's a perfect portrayal. It's Sonic 3, right? That's what happened. Spot on, you know? And it took a minute for him to trust Sonic, but now he does, you know? Like, Sonic's earned his trust, and there you go, sort of thing. I knew they wanted to fight me. Fine. I'll take care of these guys real quick. Angry faces. Yeah, it's Giramon's angry face. Ow. Whoa, what was that? Was that like a graphical glitch or something? It was like lightning on the screen there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Oh, it was probably the sparks of Megalo Spark, maybe? Or something? Yeah. So I haven't really been doing too much, because I've been trying to rest and such, you know, and shit that's going on in my real life. But I did pick up Bayo 3 in the end. And without going, I don't want to talk about the drama of that anymore. All I will say is that I'm still enjoying it, despite the voice actor being different. And yes, I can tell. I can tell it's not her. It's not just because I know it's not her. I can tell it's not her. But it's okay. It's serviceable. I would say, I forget who the Jennifer Howe. I would say that Jennifer Howe had done a pretty decent job, but it's not Helena, and that's all I'll say. And it's really a shame about the drama, but like I said, that's all I'm gonna say. I'll just say, you know, outside of the voice acting or whatever, it's a Bayo game. I'm enjoying it. Obviously there's some, you know, there's some things here and there where I'm like, but for the most part, I'm enjoying it. So, good game. If you like Bayonetta 1, if you like Bayonetta 2, pick it up. It's a good game. If you've got the Switch, of course. And, you know, shout outs to my sister, because I probably wouldn't have a Switch right now if it weren't for her. So, you know. Here he is, Angry Pack. Pack it in, Angry Pack. I'll crash the bad computer. You know what? He's doing us a favor. What we don't realize is that computer was Skynet, bro. And then the Terminator is going to happen. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be like, listen, you need to come with me because you're important. And we need to save the future. And shit's going to get really weird all of a sudden, you know? And, yeah. I mean, he just wants to destroy all the bad things. I mean, I don't know. You know, I get it, you know. I get it. He's not crazy, he's just very effective. Oh, okay, never mind. He went from I want to destroy all the bad things to I'm just going to destroy everything. So I'm like, well, okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, that computer does look like it's about to explode, don't it? Yeah, it was trying to do DG Dimension on me. Which I think is the strongest move in the game, but it's slow as all hell. It's slow as all hell. Because it can get easily interrupted, but I think its base attack is like the strongest in the game. I think, yeah. I think it might be like that, and then maybe Thunder Justice is the second strongest, something like that. Yeah, unsafe. I know. I should put in a complaint. Should put in a complaint. I shouldn't have to work in an environment like this. Lovely attack. Lovely. Yeah, Bayonetta has been pretty lovely. That's all I can say. Listen. I'm not going to spoil Bayo 3, but all I'll say is when you see her at the beginning of the game, at least when I saw her at the beginning of the game, I was just like I was like that wolf in that like you know like in like the Betty Boop / Jessica Rabbit type of thing where the wolf's like I was like, and all I'll say is it's just Bayo in regular clothes, and I was like I don't know. I was just like, hello. I was like, oh, my queen, the witch queen. Yes. And you know, she's as fabulous as she always is. And what they've done with Jean is, I fucking love what they've done with Jean. It's great. And yeah, don't know how to feel about the new character yet, and I don't know how to feel about the villains yet, really. But what you do in there is cool. There's lots of different areas you go to. We're not really used to that in Bayo. I feel like you go to like one big sort of area that kind of connects to each other, and very sort of similarly looking areas. Like the layouts would be different, right? But yeah, I don't know. I'm slowly getting through it. There's a lot to unpack in that game. There's so much going on. So much. Bayonetta's not for you? Fair enough. You don't like... What? Footloose, you don't like Devil May Cry, but female? Oh, I'm starting to think you're a sexist. Well, I'm disappointed in you, Footloose. Hey, video game stupid, how's it going? Not my Dante? Sexist. Calling it right now, Footloose is sexist. Sorry, I don't like my Dante's female. Anyway. When losing interest, there's a... Okay, wait. We defeated the crazy evil Pac-Man. And to celebrate, we took a shit. We took a shit in celebration. Monzemon was so excited that he had to shit himself, you know? Shit himself out of excitement. It happens. Like, I'm just so excited. I had to just drop a big one. Bro, I tell you something I did do. Sega released an animated short of a prologue of Sonic Frontiers, and it's amazing. If you are a fan of Knuckles and you want more of like classic Knuckles, it's great. And if you want like Sonic 3 references, there's Sonic Adventure references. It's so good. I just want to watch a TV show looking like that, with like them going on adventures and shit. Like, oh, it's so good. Please, if you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's again, it's not really spoilers for Frontiers. It's it's setting up for Frontiers. It's really good. It's not very long. It's on Sega's YouTube. Please, 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 please. Well, it's on. I think it's on Sega's and the Sonic the Hedgehog official channel. But please, please, please trust me. It is really good. Really good. Like, watch it. Like, please. It doesn't take much time at all. It's really fucking good. Really fucking good. Oh man, it felt so refreshing to see Knuckles. You know, like it was so good. It was so good. And it's made me a bit more interested in Frontier's story because now I kind of want to see where this goes. You know. Anyway, so because we freed the factory, now this place is just overrun by enemies. So, you know. The P-Bear took a... The P-Bear. Wow. Poor Montemon. No, it's not the P-Bear. It's the fucking, Never mind, it's the P-Bear. I can't remember. I can't remember. I was gonna fucking... Oh, what is it? What's the bear I'm thinking of? I made that joke last time. Pugsy? The yellow bear for, Save the Children or whatever the fuck. Right? No, not Save the Children. Footloose, you might know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That UK, charity thing. And they had that yellow teddy bear. It is Pudsey, yeah. I forgot the like Save the Children or whatever the fuck, or Children Charity. I forgot what it is. Yeah, it's just that bear. It's basically it's the kids bear. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh. No, not that one. Sonic are going on adventures, you say? Yes. Oh wait, you always go on adventures, but you know what I mean. We do have Sonic Prime, though, and I don't know how to feel about that yet, but we'll see. Yeah. Children in Need. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, a bear... I feel like a bear is probably a common mascot for various different things, right? I mean, we literally had... What was that? At one point... we had like Paddington Bear and the Queen or some shit. Like, and Paddington Bear is another like it's like a children's show about a bear. So anyway, hey, what's up? What's wrong with you? Oh, I thought that's what he was gonna do. That later. Stop the frightening machines. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, you recruited a crazy man. You should probably you probably see the signs. You know, just like you know. What do you like to do on your off days? Destroy everything. Looks at him and he's just got an evil grin. I'm sure he's a lovely fellow. We'll put him a head of IT, head of admin. Don't worry about it. All right, we gotta go check the sewers. Yeah, they used to play Paddington on Disney back in the day. Ah. Fats and Smalls, what? Paddington live action movies were both good. I didn't really watch too much Paddington. I only watched like a little bit from what I remember growing up. That's about it. So it's all cleared up now. I mean, it's still a sewer, so it's still shit. You know, it's still kind of shit. But hey, at least I guess Numamon's not sick anymore, but he still looks like sick. So I mean, apparently he sounds like a beast. Something is wrong. Yeah, he sounds like a beast. A beast. Da da da. It's like okay, sure. Anyway, so for some reason he wants to fight, and this is an absolute joke. This isn't even fair. This is just cruel. Look at that. It's so... Oh man, the teddy bear punch. But he does give us an MP chip, so that's good. Oh, right, yeah. Right, right, right. I gotcha. One Superman punch and he's down. Yeah, apparently Superman's coming back to the big screen. I mean, I don't really care, but that's just something I heard. It's just when you said Superman punch, I just made me remember that. Oh yeah, people are talking about how Superman's coming back. It's like, cool, I guess. Let's be honest, The Rock just wants to punch Superman. I'm pretty sure he said that. He sounds dumber. Dumb and dumber. Maybe he regained his senses. Are you calling me dumb? Oh, I'm not dumb. That's rude. If you're not dumb, what are you? This is great. This is a great conversation. We're making, we're making friends here. You know. Are you dumb? Oh, maybe I should stop. I need water. Water. Do you know who saved your life? Ah, you want me to save your life? Okay, sure, alright. Hey, I'm a savior. You let him. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure. Whatever you say, buddy. Just let him have the win, alright? You just go to the city. Can you do that? But at least he admitted he knows a little. After all that, right? Also, oh, not yet. I don't think actually. Nannymon should start showing up soon, so we can start that process. Sir, are you dumb? Does he turn up yet, or do I have to? I think I might have to leave and come back. Is he here? Yeah, he's not here. Okay. He'd be at the end. I'd be able to see him. I think, or actually, I think I have to speak to Andromon. He might turn up there. He might turn up them. So we'll go do that. Because I have to do it anyway. Numemon is melting my brain. Just like Logan Paul. Jesus. Jesus. What is it about? I'm curious though, Footloose. Now, what is it about? You like Devil May Cry, but you don't like Bayo. What's the reason behind that? Have you tried Bayo before? Like I know they're not the same games. They're just similar. They're similar action style games. Even to a T where Jean is might as well just be Dante, right? But female. I'm just curious. Nannymon hiding in the dark corner is very trustworthy. Absolutely. You can trust someone with that mustache and that beard, right? Anyway, we're talking about how we think Giramon was being controlled, probably by the same villain of the game. Yeah, talking about the water making Digimon go insane. So Andromon's like, oh yeah, I think I've got something about the island's trouble or something on the data, but I need time. So, yeah, because Giramon kind of destroyed the computer, so he has to see if he can somehow retrieve the data. It's gonna take a while. I don't know how long it's supposed to be, but it takes a while. I don't know. I don't know the actual. I don't know, like, if it's days or whatever. I don't know. Or if you have to continue to recruit people. I don't know. I just come back after a little while. I don't. That's actually one thing I don't know. I don't know how long it takes. I played the first Bayonetta and remember quite enjoying it, but I tried to replay it about 2 years ago. And just got annoyed and didn't find it very fun. Maybe it was just too hard for you. I mean, I will say Bayonetta 1 is rough to go back to. It is a difficult game, I think, and it can be unfair. I wouldn't be surprised, Footloose, if you got annoyed at the quick time events, because if you fuck up quick time events, you just die instantly in that game. And that is probably the cruelest thing about that game. And I haven't played like all the DMCs, so I don't know if DMCs has any quick time events. Oh, he's not here. Oh. Oh, okay. Perhaps he doesn't turn up yet. Do I go back to Gear? Oh, no, not yet. Okay, I guess I'll have to come back, or maybe he won't turn up here because I think there's several locations that Nannymon can turn up to. So I guess he might not turn up here. He might not. He's not here, so okay. Well, we've done that. We can't recruit Giramon just yet. I think we have to wait until time has passed, like I said, and then we can recruit Andromon, and we can, and then we can, you know. I think the problem is Footloose is that the better game is Bayonetta 2, but you need a Nintendo console to play it, and if you don't, then you're not gonna play it. I think you would. I think you might enjoy Bayo 2 more because I do think Bayo 2 is much more fair. There are QuickTime events, but it's nowhere near as bad or as punishing as Bayonetta 1. Bayonetta 1 is very punishing, very punishing. Bayonetta 2 is a lot better. It's vastly improvement. I would even go to say that in Bayonetta 3 so far, it's the easiest. So you might even like Bayonetta 3 even more because I would say that Bayonetta 3 is probably, so far, is the easiest game. Like, out of all three, is the easiest one. You know, part of it might be because you've got so much more to your arsenal now. But like, I can only remember like maybe two, if you can call them, two QuickTime events, and there's just press a button, and I don't even know, and like you can't get it wrong. There's no timing. You just press a button and that's it. And I don't even think that it's a situation where you can fail it. I don't know. Maybe you can fail it, but you are like being chased or something, and then like you have to press like one of the buttons like a few times. That's it. You know, and you still got your climax stuff. But I mean, like, QuickTime events are pretty much non-existent in Bayo 3, so that is gone. That is gone. The Bayonetta 3 so far to me is 100% I think, the easiest so far. Although I have put the difficulty up and it is getting harder now, but I would still say Bayonetta 3 is the easiest, but by far. So if you think Bayonetta 1's hard and you think Bayonetta 2 is hard, Bayonetta 3 I think is a lot, like it's a lot easier. Like it just is, right? It just is. But again, the unfortunate thing is that because Bayonetta 1 was on everything and Bayonetta 2 isn't, and if you're not a Nintendo user, you're not going to play Bayonetta 2 or 3. That's just how it is. And it's not really Nintendo's fault. It's Sony's, it's Microsoft's. Sony and Microsoft did not invest in Platinum Games and Bayonetta. They didn't. And because of that, Nintendo, ironically, Nintendo of all people were the ones to pick up Bayonetta. Nintendo of all people. At the time, for a while, I would say was a very kids-like company, in terms of like the games and the console. Very kids-like console, right? Very kid-friendly, very family-friendly. You wouldn't think that, I mean, in my opinion, you wouldn't think to see things like, well, there's probably some games, but I mean, for the most part, you wouldn't think to see, naked women, and, well, I say naked women, but even when Bayo's naked, she's still technically not really naked, because you're not really seeing all that, but you get what I'm saying. Back in the day, I feel like that shit wouldn't fly with Nintendo, but now it's like, yeah, just come on in. We don't care, come on in. So, unfortunately, it was only Nintendo who would, if it weren't for Nintendo, Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 3 wouldn't exist. And it does suck because, a lot of people are saying, like, Bayonetta 3 is such, like, it is such a, what's the word? An ambitious game that I would say, might be PS5 worthy, definitely PS4 worthy, right? It's definitely like PS4 to PS5 worthy type of game. and it's running on the Switch. And to be fair, it's running pretty well. It's like, how is the Switch running this game? You know, like there's so much going on, and you know, I'm not a frame rate, I'm not a frame rate snob, but like, honestly, it it's kind of impressive, kind of impressive. Right. Anyway, so we're done that. So we need to like, well, carry on recruiting and such. I don't know when Monzimon's gonna peg it, but probably I wouldn't say he's gonna be around too much longer. He's age 18, so I'll probably say he'll be going out soon, maybe a day or so. Um, so yeah, I know what I could do. You know what? Why not? Let's throw in a tournament. Why not? Let's set up a tournament. Let's see if we can set up a tournament. Because why not? Because we haven't done that yet, and we do need to do that. We need to cover all. I think like at least every type of tournament, and like every like I think rank of tournament to get medals and such. So we do need to start, you know, working on that and such. So there's the curling, which unfortunately we are gonna have to do. I think you just have to get like 10 points. I don't know if it's either against Metal Mummy Mon or, well, it might be either or. You have to get like 10 points to unlock that. But yeah, let's beat the Greymon. We can do tournaments. We can't use items or anything. So we've got D, which is for rookie, which I think I have to do. I think I have to do all of these eventually. Champion. This is also champion, but the champions are stronger, and you might see an ultimate in here. This is just pretty much just ultimate. These are types. What I mean by types is you could have like a dinosaur cup, where it's just dinosaurs, or you know, or it's just about like a flying Digimon, so Birdramons and Airdramons and Megadramons and things like that. You know, could be all about like fighting types. Could be fighting type Digimon and just fighting types only. So you get like special ones. So this one's version 1 cup. Time restricted watch for the top version 1 Digimon. So let's do it. Why not? Let's do this special cup. So it's not going to be, it's going to be in the afternoon. I guess I could go to Friesland and see if Garurumon's there, but I don't think he will be. I think I might have to show up in the afternoon. And that's when he should definitely show up. Just thinking about recruitments. I still got Mummymon, still got Mummymon, still got Myotismon, which you can't do. Can't do Frigimon. We done Mojiamon. Yeah, we did. We done Mojiamon. We got some recruitments in Mount Infinite when we go there, Mount Infinity. Of course, we've got to track down Nanimon. But for the most part, I think that might be it. And like there is a post game recruitment as well. So let's go to Friesland. Let's see if Gurumon will turn up. If he doesn't, it's fine. I will try to remember to come back in the afternoon, which we should have time today. So, honestly, I would admit I did miss streaming. You know, I don't get a lot of people watching me, and that's fine. But I think I was slowly starting to enjoy it a bit more. Because, you know, I said before I kind of lost that spark. And I weren't really sure what it was, like why I was losing that spark, but I was. And I think, well, I'll try and focus on games I just enjoy, or you know, or games I'm looking forward to playing. I do want to play more blind games. The only issue is that I feel like my commentary is very bad when I play blind games. That's the only issue. Okay, no. Okay, he's not here. So I'm pretty sure he won't turn up until later. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Well, we can train. Why not? Let's train until the tournament. There you go. And then, when the tournament ends, it will probably take me up to the afternoon, and then hopefully we can just go to Friesland and we can go up against them. Hopefully. So why not? if I had more time, I would have tried to go for the max. I'm not sure. I might go for a virus type next time, just so I can get into Mario's mom. Just so I can get to Mario's mom. I'm thinking about it, because I'm gonna need to do that anyway. I'm gonna need to do that anyway, so that's what I'm thinking. What virus type? I don't know. But I want to at least get an ultimate if I'm going to fight Skullgreymon. So Bayonetta 1 felt too long as well. I'll have to go back to Bayonetta 1 at some point. Because I don't remember. I mean, I guess they are. I guess they can be quite long. Plus, Footloose, honestly, if you die a lot in that game, it definitely feels long. Because, you know, you die a lot in that game, right? There's also that, you know. There we go. That's about right, so we can go into the tournament now. I played the first... Oh, hang on. Ooh. There's something else I can say that happened within the time I disappeared. I got a new monitor. You guys can't see it, but I had like a really small monitor, but now I've got like a proper big one now. Well, bigger. It's a 24-inch. I've barely got enough room for it, but I have it. And it's just nice because I have a proper HD widescreen monitor, and I was on a really dinky screen. But now that I've got a much more wider screen monitor, I can actually have the chat on the right side, and I can actually see everything, because it was very awkward. Again, you can't obviously see my setup, but it was, yes, I know. It's them letting you know, like, hey, it's a tournament, don't be late. You know, I had a lot of issues with the chat, but I don't have two monitors, but this big widescreen monitor enables me to have more things on, so I can look at the chat and I don't have to worry about me like running out of space, and yeah, I can see everything. It's great. It's great. What we got? Oh my god, I feel bad for the rookies, right? Well, there's no ultimates either. There's no ultimates either. It's just me versus Miramon. You know. I played the first Bayonetta. Yeah, okay. Prefer the characters in DMC. Also find the combos more fun to pull off. Fair enough. I personally find Bayonetta to be quite satisfying. Me personally. I haven't played all the DMCs. Bayonetta 1 quick time events were annoying as hell. Yep. DMC... Right, okay. Overstayed its welcome. Fair enough. If only Nintendo had picked up Bayonetta sooner, we could have seen her in Project X Zone series, which is a crossover between Nintendo, Sega, Capcom, and Namco. I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it, if I'm honest. Video Game Stupid. And some other companies. Dante is in it. Oh. Is it a fighting game, is it? I don't know. Dante is in it, so that would have been killer to see them interact. Yeah, everyone keeps saying they want like a DMC crossover with Bayonetta, because, you know, it is like they're so similar, right? They're so similar. I mean, without spoiling anything, there's something in the game that's just straight up DMC, like just straight up. And if you played DMC 1, this is my only like hint. I won't spoil you as to what it is, but I'll let you guys figure it out. And I won't tell you whether you're right or wrong. I'll just say it's a reference to DMC 1. That's all I'll say. It's just straight up. Also, man, you know, you get that feeling where you want to talk about stuff, but you don't want to spoil, so I don't really want to talk about stuff. But all I will say is, there are some references in Bayonetta 3 that I was not expecting. And I mean like references to like just other media and such. And I was like, in Bayonetta? What? Like, it was just like, what am I watching? Like, what is going on? Yeah. All I will say is that there's a Journey to the West reference and a Dragon Ball reference. I'm not kidding. They're like, well, okay, the Dragon Ball reference is debatable, but I think it's a Dragon Ball reference because of how it's it because of the context. I think it's a Dragon Ball reference, but it might not be. But Journey to the West, Dragon Ball reference. I'm just like, what? If you don't know what Journey to the West is, look it up. Let's just say, if you know about Goku from Dragon Ball, he is based off of Journey to the West. Goku is based off of Journey to the West, basically. His design and like Kid Goku and his design and everything is all based off of Journey to the West. So if you're curious, look it up. Do I have FF13? No, I don't have Final Fantasy 13. I have said this before. I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy fan, Footloose. So, when people say they don't, when 13, when a game has a lot of negative reviews, I do. If I'm not initially really that interested in a series, I am a little bit like, do I want to try it? I'm not like really big into this series as is. It's like low priority. Low priority. Like I say, I still haven't finished 10. I still haven't finished 12. I liked those games. Well, I mean, I enjoyed 10 up to a point, and then I didn't, and I can't remember why. And the same thing happened with 12. I played 12 for a while. I thought I was enjoying it. There was a lot of grinding in it, unfortunately, but I guess that's RPGs for you. But then at some point, I fell off that game as well. And the only games I've legitimately enjoyed playing from front to back, it's Crisis Core, ironically, not the original FF7, but Crisis Core and 7 Remake. And if you want to count the Dissidia games outside of the PS4 one, which that's a game I really wanted to enjoy, and I don't know, I can't get into it. I struggle. It's okay, but I just don't get the same enjoyment I do from the PSP games. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I don't know. So to answer your question now, I'm sorry I was long-winded. I don't have any other old FF games. I haven't played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I have heard good things from 6, so maybe we'll try 6 sometime. I know, like, aren't they getting, like, pixel remasters or something? I don't know. Yeah, I haven't played 6, haven't played 8, haven't played 9. I've literally only played a little bit of the original 7. 10, I played some of 10, some of 12. Dissidia, all the Dissidia games, Crisis Core and Remake. And that's it. And, I'm going to be playing, obviously, Rebirth and the next one, and I'm going to be playing Reunion. So, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm, like, a Final Fantasy fan, but I am an FF7 Remake fan. And, maybe one day I'll try and go back to FF7. I'll try. And maybe I'll enjoy it this time. I don't know. But, yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with Final Fantasy. I just hit it off so much better with... Sorry, I got too much stuff. Well, I probably don't want it anyway. Well, fine, let's get rid of you. I got a White Wing, which I think... Actually, no, I don't know. What's White Wing? No, White Fang. Oh, it's Tyrannomon. Okay. Ooh, this might be a bit close. I'm going to try... Okay, I need to take him to the loo. I guess I don't need to. I guess I don't need... you know what? No, I won't. I won't, because I'm going to need to get Sukamon at some point anyway, so... No, carry on. Sorry. Sorry, Montemon. You're my guinea pig. Anyway, Project X Zone is a strange mix of tactical RPG and fighting. When you say tactical, do you mean like Fire Emblem, like move pieces? Because I'm not the biggest fan of that type of RPGs. I'm going to be honest. Um, it is a very fun though. In the first game, Dante and Dimitri from another Capcom game. I thought you were gonna say Dimitri from Sly. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, excuse me. Um, Darkstalkers, right? I've heard of Darkstalkers. Teamed up in. Oh, okay. It sounds like a neat sort of crossover game. Hmm. Maybe I'll look it up and see what it's all about. King Monzemon. Journey to the West, inspiration of Dragon Ball, Sung Wukong. Yes. Yes. Goku is based off of Song Wukong. And there is a Journey to the West reference. In Bayonetta of all things. I never thought I would see that. And I'm convinced there's also a Dragon Ball reference in there. I'm almost certain. Man, I was just like, what? I was just like, excuse me? What? What is happening? Bayonetta X Dragon Ball? Is it Bayonetta for Fortnite? Oh god. There he is. Yeah, I know, I'm incredibly late. It's fine, let's go. I didn't heal, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Well, we can't use items or command. Because we agreed to this, so alright. Yeah, okay, we're at full HP, we're fine. We're gonna destroy him, we're fine. Garurumon can be hard if you're not prepared. Definitely, right? Because this is the only time you can't use items outside of the tournament. But look at that, like, demolished. Oh, he had a little bit of fight in him, a little bit. The Megaton punch. The Snorlax Mega Punch. There we go. There we go. And he's going to drop an HP chip because almost every Digimon in this game does that. You're good, huh? Appreciate it. It's just been like, I had like a 2-week break. So anyway, we're like, hey, we're just trying to recruit people to the city. Would you, yeah? It's like, yeah, sure, all right. But I got to see if the city's any good. Yeah, it's a bit of an algorithm mix of of things, but Oh, aren't they only on mobile? Oh no, they're on. Oh, they're on Steam, are they? Oh, I'll have to look into them then because if they're not too pricey, I'll have to consider picking them up. Granted, I don't think I'll be able to stream them because my computer is still shit. So unfortunately, I'm still having the issue of, hey, my computer just isn't really that good, right? So yeah. um, you know, when you don't have the money, you don't have the money, right? Um, I don't know. They're old games, so maybe they wouldn't be too taxing. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, I just don't trust my computer these days. I really don't. I don't trust it. It like I desperately either need to just get a completely new rig or this needs to be upgraded. Yeah. We might be able to do another tournament. I don't think Andromon's finished. He might be, but I don't think he is. Yeah, I kind of want to leave. See. Here's the plan. I want to leave Machine Dramon last, preferably. Yeah, I figured I'll try and do mostly everything, and then like leave Machine Dramon last, if I can. That's the plan. Before I was hearing something. Um. Bayo was a guest character in the pseudo sequel Anarchy Reigns. I don't know what that is. That another video game? That anime? I mean, there was a Bayonetta anime which I never watched. I have no idea if it's any good, but all I know because social media is horny, all I know is that there's an image that kept coming up, and it was just like Bayonetta dripping wet coming out from the shower or the bath or something. But she's covered up because her hair is cover. You know when they do that? You know how they do that censoring where like the girl's hair is so long that it covers her boobs. Yeah, it was like one of those situations where like her hair goes so long that they were like covering her boobs, and they weren't showing her down there. But that's all I know from that Bayonetta anime. It's just that image because people references that image. They're like, hey, look, it's naked Bayo. And I'm like, of course. That's all people care about. They're just like, it's fuck. I have no idea if the anime is any good, but you know. Machine. Oh, sorry. Machine Draymond. In Digimon World Next Order. Christ. I still can't get. Why do they. Bro, even the anime says Machine Dramon. Because it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Machine Dragon. You don't see. You don't see. See. You don't say Machine Dragon. You know what I mean? Like Dr. Dre, like Machine Dr. Dre or some shit. Machine, you know what I mean? Machine Dr. Draymond. Like, what? No. No, no, no. Mad World and Anarchy Reigns are video games. Oh. Huh. I didn't think Bear was in anything else other than Smash. Okay. That's neat. Okay. Yeah, no, never. I think I might have heard of Mad World, but again, don't know nothing of it. Never heard of Anarchy Reigns. Never heard of it. Dr. Draymond. The DRE mon. Yeah, and then now I'm just imagining Machine just like he's about to attack you, and instead he just grabs a mic and just starts just starts rapping and dropping some beats. It's the Machine DRE. God, I can't do that. Okay, yeah, if you don't have certain Digimon, you can't enter certain tournaments. So like. If it's about Angel Digimon and you don't have an Angel Digimon or a Wing Digimon, then you can't do that. Let's just I can't do this either. Wait. Oh, it's the previous day, that's why. I think anyway. Contest featuring champion. Can I do this? I can. Alright. It says Z, but it's grade B, I don't know why, but Dr. Trey mom with Eminem mom. Eminem mom. What would Atamon be? I mean, he literally has a microphone. You know, like, I don't know. Well, he's more of a singer than a rapper. I mean, we already know he's Elvis Presley, I suppose, but you know, yeah. He's probably gonna Elvismon. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, pretty much. I guess I could just keep honestly, he's gonna peg out soonish. I've still got fishing to do. Obviously, I've got the cards to collect. I've got to do the bits thing, which I'll probably do more bits when Monzimon dies. I'll probably do that. I'm actually thinking. I might do the Devimon trick where I get an Angemon, and I basically just get him to lose a life, and then hope that he digivolves. The only downside is that if he doesn't digivolve, then I've just lost a life for nothing, and I'll only try it twice, because if I try it 3 times, then I'll kill him for sure, and I don't really want that. So it's risky. Basically, I'd have to get an Angemon, and then I'd have to just kill him, and then or knock out or whatever, KO him, and then so he loses a life, and then hope that he digivolves to Devimon. I could just digivolve into Devimon, but I figured if I get Angemon and then I get Devimon, I've killed two birds with one stone for my recruitment chart. Because I got to remember that this isn't a casual run. This is an all medals run. I gotta like. Also, I gotta cover some ground, bro. I took 2 weeks off, basically. I gotta cover some ground. Um, I will try to. I think I will try to stream next Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see. It might just be Friday streams for now, but we'll see. We shall see. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, Clay. Okay. Hey, look at that boost. Oh, okay, there you go. All right, with no tournament for us. That's fine. I mean, I ain't ended the stream just yet, but I'm just saying. Yeah. So, in other news, God of War is coming out soon. Sonic Frontiers is coming out. And as always, I just want a good game. So, do I want to? I'm thinking. Do I want to go the Palm? Do I want to go the Angemon route? Shit, I didn't check. Have I? I'll just go with this. I was like, have I had Patamon yet? I probably have. I'm just trying to eliminate all of the like all of the charts, right? I'm trying to go through them all. I don't have to go for Devimon. I could go for another virus type, right? Ultimately, I'll probably digivolve Devimon into something else, but no, I'll keep his name. I thought something happened there for a second. Yeah, so if you went to a tournament but then your Digimon dies, you just, the tournament just gets cancelled. So you just don't enter it anymore. It would kind of suck if I still had to do it, right? Okay. I'm going to have to do something real quick. I'm going to have to, because if I want to get this right, I'm going to have to do something real quick. If the stream starts to go a bit funky, you'll know why. Give me 2 seconds. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. What am I looking at? There we go. I just want to make sure I know what the parameters are for Patamon. Or maybe... Hang on a sec. Let me check the chart real quick. Oh, no, okay. I've got an Elecmon. Okay, I don't actually... Oh, that's good. That's good. We can get Patamon then. Good, cool. Cool, alright. Cool. What do I need to do? Let me just check real quick. Patamon. Right, because I can get Bergermon, can't I? Which is not what I want right now. Right. 10 to 20. Okay. Okay. Figuring it out. Figuring it out. He did, yeah. He served us well, old Pugsy. He served us well. Hopefully the combat is better in the God of War. I got bored of it pretty quickly. If I'm honest, Footloose, it kind of looks like it's the same, but there's more to it. You know what I mean? Like Kratos has more tools this time. Like it seems like it functionally is just it's like it's so obvious that it's a sequel to God of War, the PS4 version, because right, it looks the same. Like the way he plays looks the same. It just looks like you can do a lot more. Like from what I've seen, there's some like more shield moves you can do. There's some more stuff you can do with the axe. There's more stuff. It just looks like they've just kind of like expanded upon it. That's what it looks like. So I don't know if that's going to be an improvement for you. I guess the only way to know is if you play it yourself. I just want Sonic Frontiers to be a good game, so hopefully it will be. The one thing I don't like, and I don't fully get, is that I'm already seeing God of War reviews, and the game's not out until next week. So that's like, I forget which one comes out first. Is it Sonic or God of War? One of the two. It's either the 8th or the 9th. But either way, right? Like 4 or 5 days, the game comes out, and I saw reviews yesterday, and I'm like, huh? I get it, right? Influencers get review copies. I get it. But 5... You're telling me people are already reviewing the game 5 days before the game comes out. Why would you want to watch a review 5 days before the game comes out if you're going to get the game anyway? And you don't want to be spoiled because naturally, like, look, I want to see where this goes. I want to play this game. I'm not going to watch some review. So I just don't understand. A day or two, whatever, sure, right? I get it. Get those early reviews to get them views and to give the games the publicity that they need. But 5 days, 5 days, 5 days ahead. I don't get it. I personally just don't get it. I didn't even think they were allowed to do that. I figured you'd have to wait like at least a day or two is like the earliest you could do it, but apparently you can do it 5 or 6 days before the game comes out. Apparently, I whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying. I guess warning. Ignore all of the reviews if you don't want to get spoiled for God of War. Because all I can say is that what popped into my YouTube feed one day was God of War falls short. That's one person's review, and another review was God of War Ragnarok is the perfect sequel. So I mean, take what you will. But anyway, I'm just ignoring that shit. I just don't get it. Okay. Hopefully we'll get Patamon. I'm having a look here. Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I might have to save scum it, but hopefully I won't need to. I clearly just dislike games. Everyone has different tastes, Footloose. It's fine. It's fine, dude. Everyone has different tastes. It's not that you don't like it. I mean, to be fair, I make that joke all the time, I don't like the popular games, which means I don't like video games, right? Everyone likes this game, but I don't. Oh, I'm the problem. No, it's just, it's not for you, it's not for you. I would admit, I think I should try to expand my horizons and try to give some games the benefit of the doubt. The problem is that I don't have that much money, and I don't have that much time. I can't just spend money willy-nilly on games, especially if I might not initially be interested in them, and they could be expensive. I might consider it if they're cheap, but I also just don't have time, And I suppose a part of it is also I don't know if it's going to be any good, and I just want to play good games, right? But if I had more time and I didn't have to worry about finance, maybe I would give some other games a try, right? But I have to be very selective about games I get, I can't just buy everything, I can't afford to. And I feel like there'd be a lot of games I'd want to get rid of because I'm just buying games willy-nilly to try them and then I don't like them. Someone reviewed that Square Enix game, Valkyrie. Oh, I think I remember that. Valkyrie Elysium. Is that the new one? Or is that the old one? I forget. I don't know. Way back in August or something, and the game isn't releasing until November. Oh, so it's the new. Wait, wait. Wait. Wait, so someone reviewed a game that's not even out yet, all the way back in August? What? Did you actually like watch the video? VGS? Did they actually have like legit gameplay footage that they recorded? Or was it just like clips from trailers or what? Huh? That's like that's like 2 months. What? That can't be right. How can you have no. Okay. Wait, never mind. The console version released in September. Okay. I was gonna say I was like what there's no way. Okay, I didn't read your other comment. You might be typing right now being like, read the other comment. Okay, I'm reading it. The console version released in September. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Console version released in September. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So it released in September, but they still got to play. They still got to review it in August. That's like a month of difference. Hmm. I'm zeroed in on getting the PC version, so that's why I didn't see the console release dates. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a bit. Well, yeah, it is a bit weird. I mean, usually, if a game's on a console, right? Well, I can't even say if it's usually. Sometimes they won't release it immediately on PC. PC gamers usually have to wait, right? Like now, Sony are basically just shoving their exclusives on PC after like what 1 year exclusivity, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll shove it on PC. And honestly, I think because they're realizing that hey, you know, not everyone wants to get a PS4 or PS5, but also not everyone can get a PS5 because of the chip shortage and the money and everything. And you know, it's just more money, isn't it? It's just more money. I know a lot of people are going to be like, a lot of Sony fanboys are like, oh, but this is our exclusivity. I mean, you get it exclusive for about a year. If you want to play it on PS4 or PS5, play it. You don't have to play it on PC. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to cry me a river, right? I lost Crash Bandicoot years ago, you know? And Spyro. Like, I don't care, you know? They're not exclusive. They're not, like, Sony exclusive anymore. I whatever, right? Play on whatever you want to play on, right? You want to play it on PC, play it on PC. You want to play it on Switch, play it on Switch. If it's on those, you know. If it's on the platforms. You know, I'm mostly a Sony guy, so I mostly get Sony stuff, right? I don't own an Xbox console, and I never have, and I probably never will. Not unless someone buys it for me, and that's not an invitation, by the way. I'm just saying, that's not an invitation. Because honestly, most Microsoft stuff is on PC. most of that stuff's on PC. And I'll just play it on PC usually, unless I specifically just can't play it because my PC is shit, right? Because you know, PC game is expensive. If you have like a shitty computer and you want to upgrade to a really powerful one that can like run all the games, yeah, that's gonna cost a few grand, if that. You know, it's gonna cost a lot of money. Well, unless maybe if you like, you might be able to get like second-hand parts and try and build it yourself. You might, you know, and I'm sure you can maybe cut back a little bit. You don't have to have like the best PC in the world, but it does have to be good enough, right? It does have to be good enough to run these very high-end games, you know, or whatever you need it to do. I honestly, I just want a computer. I want a computer to run at least decently on some of these games, stream and not have issues with it, and also just to be able to edit faster as well. I do a lot of editing and videos and stuff, and I just want to be able to pump videos out. I don't want to like edit and have like the game like fucking render for like ever, right? Because that's what it like. It takes. If I have a long video, I dread rendering it because it takes forever. Because my computer is just that shit. It just is. So, yeah. If you couldn't tell, I don't like my computer. It served me well. I've had this computer for years. It served me well, but I'm so limited. You know, I need something better. I need something better now. I really do. It would help me with work as well. So I'll never play Gears. No, I'll never play not my type of game anyway. Even if it was on Sony, I'd never play it. Definitely ain't my type of game. Shooters of any sort of kind are just not my thing. They just aren't. I've never been interested in you know, in that, really. The only shooter I like is Bayo. Because she fires with her guns, you know. Well, you know what, and technically Dante to an extent, I guess. Because that's a bit different, because it's not just primarily shooting, it's like sword play, shooting, and like Bayo is punching, kicking, and shooting, and you don't have to shoot, you know. But, yeah. They've sort of implemented it in a fun way where shooting isn't the primarily thing. It's not a first-person shooter. It's not a third-person shooter. You know, it's not Call of Duty or any of that. And if you like that stuff, that's fine. But I've got zero interest in any of those types of games. The only way you could ever get me playing that is if maybe for charity, or like if someone was like, I will pay you to play this game. Then I might consider it. And even then, I probably still wouldn't play it. Because at the end of the day, I'm probably just going to play it and then just complain all the time. Because I'm not enjoying it, right? So hopefully I get Patamon. Hopefully I haven't fucked up too much. Hopefully not. It's Gears of War, the greatest game with Gears in the title ever. Oh, I mean, Microsoft is supposed to be like the best-selling game of all time, or one of the best games of all time. I'm probably not going to play Minecraft. Not really my thing. I think Mark likes Minecraft. Not really my thing. I'm not really a builder. I'm not really like... I don't really play games where you like create and build. I don't know. There's lots of like types of games that just don't grab me. Like, so many people love Animal Crossing, and I can sort of see why, because there are a lot of people that do like that type of game. I've got zero interest in Animal Crossing, you know. You're not going to get me to spend hours and hours in my village. It's like real life, but in a digital world, and I don't like real life as is. So, you know, like an angsty, edgy character, fuck life. Anyway, fuck the police. No, I didn't say that. What? I didn't. Don't arrest me, please. Don't call the cops. It's fine. I saw Tifa in there. What? I'll play a game with Tifa in it. If we're talking about Tifa Lockhart, that is. And don't forget about sports. So many sports games on Xbox. FIFA, Madden, NBA, NBC, Nifa, Tifa, Nina. What? So much sports. Yay, sports. I mean, Footloose likes football, and that's fine. I get it. Football and all that is popular. I'm just not a sports person, not really. Like, I don't mind playing a little bit of real life sports. But if I'm gonna play anything, I'm probably gonna play like I'm probably gonna play like tennis or badminton. Um, you know, I'll play snooker, pool. I might even play some darts. Might even play a little bit of golf. Don't really care much for football. I've played it. Don't really care for it. And I might play basketball maybe. But to be honest, I haven't played sports in years. I haven't played sports in years, bro. I have a table tennis, which is just more tennis. I quite like badminton. I think badminton's probably one of my favorite sports that I used to play when I was younger. Footloose, I forget volleyball's even a thing. I do. I forget volleyball's even a thing. I have played volleyball, but I forget. We did play volleyball in high school. Snooker? Yeah. Do you guys know what snooker is? I forget. Is snooker the same as like billiards or something? I don't know. I don't remember. I used to have my own snooker table, believe it or not. But unfortunately, because we had nowhere to put it, I didn't really take care of it very well. Billiards is poor. Okay. Footloose, I get so confused, right? There's all these different bloody names, right? For different things that mean, like, the same thing or don't mean the same thing. I don't fucking know, right? I can't remember what's what. I don't follow sport, alright? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I look at game, and if game look fun, I will play. That's me. I am simple. I am crud. I am simple man. Man simple. You know. Don't make things complicated, alright? I looked it up. Kind of looks like a billiards, but table is different. Yeah, well, it's like pool. It's snooker is like pool / billiards. It's been a while since I played either, but see, in snooker, how you have to play is you essentially have to get one of the red balls, obviously with the white ball. You hit the white ball, the red ball, and you gotta get one of them in the holes. And once you get one of the red ones in the hole, that's like a point, I think. Then you get a go at hitting one of the coloured balls, and the coloured balls, or one of the numbered coloured balls, have points. And I forget. Is it pool where you have to do it in order, or is it snooker? I forget. But no, I don't think you have to do it in order. But like, you get to pick a colour, I think, usually, and you try and get the most points. So you can go for a brown ball and get a certain amount of points, and then you pull the brown ball out and put it back. And essentially, you want to pot all the red balls, is what you're trying to do. Once you've potted all the red balls, then you have to start, I think, like putting in the colours, number colours, one by one. Until you get to the black ball, if I remember correctly. Hey, we got Patamon, nice. And then, yeah, that's it. But it's a points-based game. But yeah, you hit the red, pot the red in, then you can pick a color, and then yeah. Yeah, I think pool is in order. Yeah, because once you pot a red ball, once the red ball's in the hole, that stays in. But if you've still got red balls on the table, then when you pot a colored ball, the colored ball goes back, and I think you have to put it back in the original position at where it was, like originally on the table. So yeah, it's been a while. I haven't played snooker in a while. I haven't watched snooker in like forever. But I used to be quite into snooker and pool. I used to play a lot with my cousin. Actually, he was really good at pool, like really good at pool. He pretty much beat everyone that. I mean, I actually beat him once, but he pretty much beat everyone he went up against. We even had like a little local like a local tournament. It wasn't hosted by us, but it was like a little local tournament, and I didn't get very far. Um, well, actually, I think I did. I think there was like a table tennis one and a snooker one. I did the table tennis one. I did okay. Um, he done the pool one and he won. Basically, he went up against uh, few teenagers, several adults, and he was up against an adult for the final one, and yeah, he beat everyone. Like, yeah, he. I don't think he plays pool anymore. I haven't seen him for a few years, but um, yeah, he used to be really good at pool, like really good. Like, I think that was his sport. Honestly, that was his sport. He was really good at that. Right, so now we want to get Angemon, but I've been rambling so much that we ran out of time. I'm so sorry. I've been out of the game so much, but I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna remind myself how to get Angemon. So, okay, Angemon. So, okay, MP and brains. Right. Okay. No care mistakes. That makes sense. Right. So that actually makes sense. Actually, the brains part. Yeah. Okay. Remember that. But that's good. We've got Patamon. So now the hard part is getting. Well, the hard part arguably is getting Devimon. But now we're gonna try and get. We're gonna try and get Angemon next time. Sorry, which will be next Tuesday most likely. And then hopefully just immediately get Devimon. So unfortunately, we're literally just getting Angemon just to put him on the chart. That's it. We don't actually want Angemon. We just want to put him on the chart. That's it. That's literally it. But I'm actually just gonna chat with you guys for a little bit while we end off. So I'm actually gonna switch over to the camera right there. Um, so so yeah, I mean I am glad to be back into streaming. I think I just need to get back into the swing of things. I guess I need to do something with this camera. I don't know if it's because I don't have a light on. As another thing, I don't think I can have my usual lighting on because of my eyes. I need to look into better lighting that is not so harsh on my eyes, but also makes me, so I'm actually visible. Because at the moment on my screen, I look as fuzzy as hell. And this camera is supposed to be decent. It's an HD 1080p camera. Yeah, I look fuzzy as hell. And I'm pretty sure it's mainly due to my lighting. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. So I need to figure out a way to get a better lighted setup for my room that doesn't irritate my eyes and still makes me hopefully visible and clear and not fuzzy, because I just look like I'm almost on a static TV. Like, it looks pretty bad. I apologize for that. I may just disable camera for a while. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but little things like this really irritate me, and I know if this irritates me, I know some people will be irritated. Like, I know, like, you guys, like Footloose and Video Game Stupid, you probably won't care too much. But, new people, like, I'm always constantly thinking, well, what are they going to think? And I know, shouldn't really care too much. It is what it is. But I still want this to be a good experience. And if someone's like, God, his camera looks fuzzy, and it bothers them, if it bothers me, then I know it's going to bother people. So, if I can sort it out, I want to sort it out. I'll try. We'll see. Anyway, and breathe. I actually had to put Bayonetta 3 on sleep mode because I lost track of time. I've just been engrossed in that game. I have. I'm having fun, and I want to see where the story goes, because at the moment I have a lot of questions. And I'm not sure, like, how it's gonna end. There's quite a few loose ends, if you know what I mean, that needs to be sorted out. So I'm curious as to how it's all gonna come together. Anyway, wax some balls. Did he hustle like in those TV shows where the guy pretends to suck at pool. Uh, oh no, no, I don't think so. No, he should have. He probably should have, but nah, nah, no, he didn't. But he probably should have. I mean, we were pretty young. We were like 13, 14, maybe even younger than that. I can't even remember how old he was when he did the tournament, but he wasn't very old. We were kids, you know. Might have even been like 11 or 12. We weren't very old. You know, it was like anyone could enter it. It wasn't like a crazy tournament. It was just like a little fun little local tournament. You know, there were kids entering. You know, like anyone could enter. It's just a fun time. Well, if you like snooker, right? If you like snooker or pool, it's a fun time. But yeah, I had a laugh. I weren't very good at it, but you probably should have though. I do that. Well, you're smarter than me, VGS, because I probably wouldn't have thought of that. But you're right. Like, I need to think of better ways to make money, man. I need to hustle, like legit. You know, I do need to hustle because of my situation. I can't work, so I need to hustle. I need to figure out ways. I need to become an guy, an boy. Clearly, I need to like lose the fat, gain a 6 pack, dress myself up in a certain way in a suit or something, and be like, look at me, love me, give me money. I don't know. Christ. Clearly, I need to be a hot tub streamer. Then all the money will come in. A little toe action. I'm not into it, but I'm sure someone will be. Come on, everybody. Hustle. Oh, for God's sake. Of course. Of course. Though you're not wrong, Footloose. And I won't blame you for referencing Jessica, because Jessica is great. Best Dragon Quest character. Don't at me. I'm not biased. What do you mean? Because a lot of people don't like Jessica, believe it or not. No, well, put it this way: people who play a lot of Dragon Quest games, especially who like grew up with the older ones, they never talk about Jessica. It's always like they talk about like girls from like Dragon Quest 4 or like Dragon Quest 5. So they're like a lot. Like a popular one is like Bianca, or like Elena, the punchy girl from Dragon Quest 4. Some people talk about Maya. Honestly, I'm surprised not more talk. I'm surprised more people don't talk about Maya. I mean, she is literally a belly dancer, wearing almost nothing. Like she's wearing one of those like sort of like warrior bras. Like she's wearing a warrior bra and warrior knickers, and that's kind of it. And like a, like a rag because she's like a belly dancer and shit. And she is just an absolute flirtatious tease, right? Like I'm surprised people aren't fangasming over her because she literally tries to be sex appeal, right? But no, like I hear a lot of people talk about other Dragon Quest girls. I hear people hardly ever bring up Jessica, which makes me sad. But there you go. Hustle, loyal, respect. That's nuts. Teenagers and entering and winning a tournament. Yeah, but like I said, it was on like a holiday site thing, and it was just like the people that were hosting the holiday site were like, let's have a little fun. Does anyone want to enter this fun little local tournament? It's a very community driven like holiday site. So like they try to get into the community and that, and a lot of people, like families and such, people of different ages, they all come in and, like say sometimes they do table tennis, sometimes they do pool, yeah, it's very, like I said, very, very friendly, very community driven. Like, here's a fun fact about me before we end the stream. Sometimes we have a parade, or they would have a parade there, and you can enter in it. And I was basically asked if I wanted to be in it, me and my cousin. And at first we weren't really sure because we were like, because we were on holiday and we kind of just wanted to mess around and have. But then we're like, oh, this could be fun, I guess. So we sort of did it, and we had to. This is the only time I've properly had to, like, I guess, dress up in quote unquote uniform. So I had like a uniform, and I had to like dress up as like a soldier, like a royal, you know, Queen of England soldier, like one of those soldiers. I had to dress up like that, and I had to basically, uh, you know, march around, alongside the parade with music and everything, while the public watches us go by. And I basically had a bucket. 'Cause it was for charity, and I was like, "Give me your money!" And eventually, because I was only like, I think I was like 13, 14. I can't remember, but like I remember because you had to walk quite a while around the area. And I just got so tired. I just sat on the float. In the end, I sat on the end of the float, and I was like, drives me along. Um, but yeah, I mean that was. I don't know if I'd do it again, but yeah, it's something I did when I was younger. Again, a very community driven type of thing. Uh, and I think I have a picture of it somewhere. See, because I am the way I am, I don't know. I always say this, but maybe it's because I'm autistic. I took it a little too seriously, so I look like I'm actually trying really hard, and my cousin is just kind of like, I guess, like he's just sort of awkwardly standing there, like, I guess I'm doing this sort of thing. But oh man, it's funny when you look back at things, right? I like the purple-haired warrior one. Oh, you talking about Jade or Martina, depending on who you ask? I mean, I agree with at least. I mean, I like Maya. I'm not really attracted to Elena. She's cute, bless her, but I'm not really attracted to her. But she's cute, right? Like, I feel like you can say someone is cute, but not necessarily be attracted to them. Like, I can see why someone might like her. She's like adorable. Like, it's like, ah, but not really not really my interest. But yeah, I think you're talking about Jade. Too many people prefer Jade, really? Honestly, I haven't heard anyone talk about Jade either. Um, I don't know if you've played Dragon Quest 11 yet, BGS. I can't remember if you've said you've played it or not. But no, wait, you did. You did. I think you live streamed it, didn't you? Did you ever finish it? I forget. I think you did live stream it once, right? I think. I feel like I remember you live streaming it. Or am I mixing you up with someone else? I think you did live stream it. I don't know if you ever finished it or not. But yeah, I think it was you. But I don't know if you know Jade's character, but I just find her boring. Like, the thing is, a lot of people just think that, oh, Jessica's got, she's anime titty, and that's why everybody likes her. I mean, yes, I'm a guy. Yes, I'm a guy. Yes, it is a bonus. But I actually just like her character design. And I actually just like her personality. And I actually just think she's just a badass with her spells. For me, personally. It's like when everyone says, oh, everyone likes Tifa because she's just big titty. And it's like, well, some people, sure, but I'm actually more attracted to her personality. And I just like the fact that she's a badass martial artist. Like, I love martial arts. And whenever I see a guy or a woman kick ass at martial arts, I'm like, yo, I'm a fan. So I'm a fan of her because she kicks ass. She's incredibly fun in Remake, and she's a really cool character. Um, you know, I wanted to like Jade so badly because, like I said, I love karate and judo and taekwondo and all these different martial arts. I love seeing men and women just do crazy martial arts shit. I love it. I eat that shit up. And I like her. And I do like that she's all legs, that's what I call her. She's all legs because most of her martial arts is just her doing various different kicks. So I guess she's like, I don't know, Jury or something from Street Fighter or something. But She's clearly mostly a leg fighter, like almost like kickboxing, but not quite, right? But I just think her personality. I just don't think there's much to her. I think she's just kind of a bit of a wet blanket. She's boring. I'm sorry. I just don't think she has much personality, and that's why I don't like her design. Is cool. I like her design, right? And you know she mostly has a spear, even though she's a martial artist. But I like her design, and when she's doing martial arts, it's fun. I just think her personality is just kind of eh. Yeah, okay, she's an attractive woman, but uh, being attractive isn't everything. You know? I'm just saying. As much as I am a guy, I still like you have to have the looks and the personality. For me, anyway. Like I'm just saying. Heads up to any ladies looking for a single woman who has, you know, good looks but great personality. But oh, so sad. But yeah, I wanted to like her so much. I honestly prefer Veronica, and I don't mean attractiveness because that would be weird. I mean like as a character. As a character, you know, Veronica is feisty, like confident. Like she is fun to me. She is fun. I mean, even Serena, like you clearly know, like her, Veronica and her are kind of not quite the yin and the yang, but you know that you can clearly tell they're sisters, but they're twins, but they're completely different people. They bounce off of each other. You know, got the sort of the maiden sister, right, where she's all like all innocent and pure and caring for everyone, and then you've got the I'm a badass and I'm gonna mouth off and and you know they again they really they hit it off, right. They complement each other. They've got so much personality. I mean, I think my favorite character, honestly, in that game is Eric. My boy Eric, what a trooper. He's quite fun to play as well. Like he's probably my favorite character. Rab is pretty fun at times as well, but Jade is just a character I wanted to like. I was like, the introduction to her, I was like, please be good. Like, please, I want to like you so much because this is a strong sort of. I feel like this is a good start, and then I just feel like I feel like she just like that's it, right? You know, if I'm gonna keep chatting, I should probably. Oh, we dropped some frames. Sorry about that. I didn't see that. I should probably say that we're not playing Digimon anymore. But hey yo, I'm gonna wrap up anyway. So let me just read your comments again. I need to play more Dragon Quest games. I think it's going to be difficult for me to go back to the older sprite based games, but I do need to. Are they getting pixel remasters? I don't know, but I need to play other Dragon Quest games. I still need to pick up Dragon Quest Heroes 2 as well at some point. But Dragon Quest 11 is a great game. Yeah, it's really good. It's on par with Dragon Quest 8, if not better. It's honestly, I think I prefer Dragon Quest 8, but it might be because it was the first game I played and I'm a bit biased about that. But Dragon Quest 11 is really fucking good. It's really good. It's a really good game in my opinion. Anyway, never finished it but streamed it. Okay. The purple haired warrior I'm thinking of is the one in a red bikini. Oh, I thought you were talking about Jade because she does kind of have purplish hair. So I thought you were talking about her. Oh, okay. Fair enough. We had all this conversation about Jade and you weren't even talking about her. I'm sorry, Jade. But still, I wanted to like her. But, the right. I think you might be talking about like the default warrior character. I've seen her. I think I know. I don't know if she has a name, but I think she might just be like a warrior class, like a female warrior class or something like that in the old games. Because a lot of them just don't. a lot of them just don't really have names, right? They're just kind of like, hey, here's warrior class, here's martial arts class, you know, like the old days of Final Fantasy, where it's just like, here's mage 1, here's mage 2. So yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Like I say, I haven't played Dragon Quest 3. That's a lot of people's favorites. Is Dragon Quest 3, 5? A lot of people talk about 5 as well. 3, 5, and 4 is what I hear a lot of. A lot of people like praise those games. So perhaps I need to pick them up at some point. But I do want to try and play some of the older Final Fantasy games. Although I'm a bit worried about Final Fantasy 1 because, you know, I've seen it and it's pretty rough. But I guess it's not like a super long game because it's very basic. But there's, you know, it's clearly a game where you have to grind. It's like, look, it's an RPG. It's short, but you're going to be spending most of your time grinding from what I've seen. And I just don't know if I've got the patience for that, but we'll see. Maybe one day. But I'll have to look them up on Steam, Video Game Stupid, and I'll see how much they are. And I'll try and pick them up at some point if they're not too expensive. At least then I have them, right? And I do want to pick up FF7 on Steam, because I'll probably play that at some point. And give that a go again. Anyway, all this Jade talk making me want to stream Dragon Quest 11. You getting me to stream Bayonetta 2 and now Well, look, I mean, both games are phenomenal in my opinion. Dragon Quest 11 is a really good game, and I do think Bayonetta 2 is a good game. I really do. Still my opinion. You don't have to listen to it, you know. Just because I like it doesn't mean you will, but you know. But hey, hell, I'm sure there are plenty of people that don't like Dragon Quest 11. I want to see how much of a letdown she is. I mean, again, opinions are subjective, right? You might end up liking her, VGS. You might be like, oh yeah, I love this girl. But I just think her characterization was kind of whatever. And I think I might have mentioned this before, but there's a bit of a story. There's a side quest, and you find out that the side quest it involves Jade. Without spoiling it too much, it involves Jade in some way, but she has zero input, and I got really annoyed, and it's not her fault; it's the developer's fault. It was like a throwaway quest. It was like this was arguably could have been an interesting like character development for her, right? But Jade literally like she doesn't say anything. There's no comment on nothing, and I'm like, what do you mean? This kind of involves around you, and you've got nothing to say about this. Like, to me, it was one of those moments where I was like, bro, she needs character. This could give her this could kind of lift her up a bit, but she doesn't. There's no response, and I'm like, no. Why would you give me like this kind of like backstory about in relation to this character, but the character doesn't say anything or nothing? It's like, what do you mean? It's like she's not involved. It's like no. It just ends up being a throwaway side quest. But when you understand what the side quest is, you're like, oh, that's interesting. Jade, you got anything to say about this? No? Alright then. And I was just so disappointed. I was like, come on, man. What? Why would you not have her say anything? Like, at all. Like, I even went to, like, the party chat, and she didn't say anything, and I was like, what? Yeah, that really pissed me off. That's all I'll say. There's one side quest in the game, it revolves around her, and that's all I'll say, and it pissed me off. That was a moment to me where it's like, you have to have her comment, and you didn't. They dropped the ball on that one. They could have gave her so much character there. Like, it would have been very interesting to see what she had to say, but whatever. I had to think for a second who Veronica was and why it would be weird. Then it hit me. Yeah. Well, okay. She is an adult. She she just got turned into a kid, and she kind of just stays like that, and I don't really know why. I mean, I initially know how it happened, but then I felt like we dealt with the problem, so she should return to an adult, but she doesn't, and so I'm like, I guess she's just stuck like this now. But spoiler alert, all's not lost is all I will say. I don't know. It's very weird, but she has a very fun personality. And her and Eric butting heads is fun. There's I think there's clearly a love-hate relationship between those two, for sure. Anyway, Sylvander was probably my favorite. I keep forgetting about that guy. I really do. I feel like when someone brings him up, I'm like, oh yeah, he was a fun character, Mr. Flamboyant, Mr. I am probably gay, but probably not. But this is really camp. But I'm fabulous and stuff, and don't worry about it anyway. Um, uh, yeah, he was a fun character. Yeah, I keep forgetting about him. I mean, Rab is just Master Roshi. I've said that. He is just Master Roshi in Dragon Ball. He's just a less obvious about him being a perv. Like Roshi is a perv and he admits he's a perv and he doesn't give a shit. Rab tries to hide it, but he's if you played the game, he is just straight up Master Roshi, and I don't just mean the perv part. There's a lot to it where you're just like, wow, this guy literally is Roshi. I'm just waiting for him to Hulk out and get big old muscular, and then I'll be like, bro, it's just fucking Roshi. What's he doing in this game? I get it, Toriyama, Dragon Ball, but Christ. But yeah, anyway. Guy was hilarious. He was fun. Oh shit, I remember you hinting at this side quest last year. Oh, yeah, I do that. I'm sorry. Anyway, I've been going on long enough. I'm sorry. We're not playing Digimon World in case there's a very off chance that someone's like, why aren't you playing Digimon World? We finished. I was just kind of ending the stream, and then I do what I always do. I start rambling. So, oh well. Like I said, I need a show where I can just ramble and talk nonsense, and no one listens to me. But it's okay because I'll just talk to myself anyway. Eventually, I'm gonna make it happen one of these days. I'm gonna set it up. I've already thought of a name that's probably already been taken, but whatever. Anyway, buy Dragon Quest XI. Buy Bayonetta 3 if you got a Switch, but play Bayonetta 2 first. Yeah. And just play games you like, man. All right, just have fun. It's good to be back. Long may it continue. So hopefully I'll be back next Tuesday, and if not, I'll be back next Friday. Have a good weekend, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.